I'm so glad you shaved. I'm glad you shaved too. So glad you got rid of that lip hamster. Glad you got rid of that run-over caterpillar. You look less like dollar store Austin Matthews. You look less like a younger, dumber Walter White. You look less like the TA no one likes. You look less like you should be avoided at all costs. Big Leaf win? Big Leaf win. Let's go. Hi, kids. Victorious puppies. This team is ruining my life. Why do I watch hockey? Stress relief. We can. And we will. Leafs win! 2-1 in overtime over the Buffalo Sabres. Or as Buffalo Sabres fans would categorize it, either 2-1 in regulation or a 2-2 tie. Oh, that's not how hockey works. Bredow's toes in the crease. Yeah, and the next year they ditched that rule entirely because it sucked. Sorry, half of you weren't even alive. Also, Sabres fans have a point. We'll get to that. First and foremost, I was at this game. It was my first Leafs game of the season, and my seats were, they were all right. Hanging out between the benches with, I mean, look at all these famous people. Jesse Blake, others. Oh, wow. When I tweeted out my ticket, I accidentally tweeted out the price. I did not pay for that. Let me be very clear. In fact, no one can pay for that. You cannot go on the Leafs website and go, I would like to sit between the benches, please. Lotto 649 owns them. You can only win them. You can only win the tickets. Check out my Twitter timeline from after the game to find out how you can be that person. Rob Ray was doing the MSG broadcast for the Sabres, and gotta tell you, terrifying. His head, and this is coming from me, is enormous. Like, I don't know what his makeup procedure is. Everyone on TV has makeup, but what I assume they do first is cut open the top and take out the seeds. I, of course, did not say this to him. What I said was, hello, sir. And I want to shout out a friend of mine, Joseph DeBenedictis. He works for the Buffalo Sabres. He went to school with me at Ryerson, and he helped put together that new documentary, Ty Domi and Rob Ray sitting together and watching themselves beat each other up on old footage. Joseph, man, he makes cool documentaries for the Sabres. He's won a bunch of Emmys, and he's played ping pong against Dominic Hasek. He lives a cool life. I'm just proud of my friend. The seats are unbelievable. Look how close Jesse is to William Nylander. And let me say something else. I'm recording this at like 5 in the morning because of extenuating circumstances. That's a bigger word than I thought I knew. I haven't seen the clips yet. It sounds like I missed one hell of an edition of Hockey Night in Canada. Hashtag the conversation. They had several different panels on talking about some of the biggest issues in the sport right now. Racism, hazing, bullying. I saw a lot of the reaction to it, and, you know, like anything with a serious topic, not everyone's gonna be with it. I just can't help but think that sometimes it's okay when the right people are mad. Or rather, the wrong people, because they're wrong. Didn't notice a ton of diversity in the complaints. Listen, racism's bad, bullying's bad. That's what they were saying. Well, why does everything have to be a thing? I don't want it interrupting my hockey broadcast. You don't care. Well, I want it to be about hockey. It is. No, like the actual plays. Whenever they break down a play, you just spend your whole time yelling at the TV about how stupid they are. I do the same thing. Don't pretend like that's what you miss. Anyway, I'm dying to watch it. I just think it's so cool that like Sarah Nurse and Anthony Stewart and Sheldon Kennedy, they're getting their chance on Hockey Night in Canada. Anyway, Leafs taking on the Sabres at home. Sheldon Keefe's first home game in his 5th game as Leafs coach. God, they were on the road for a long time. Leafs in a back-to-back with the Buffalo Sabres, obviously losing the first half. Spezza not playing in this game, load management, that's fine. Listen, I said several times that I don't mind that he doesn't play every single game, but it seemed pretty clear after a while that Babcock was dropping that whole platoon thing, and dude, play him in the home opener. Instead of 4th line of Timashov, Goat, and Engvall, man, when everyone's healthy, they're gonna have to drag Engvall out of the lineup, kicking and screaming. He's a player. During the first period, I don't know if you share this opinion, the Leafs outshot the Sabres, I believe, but I thought the Sabres outchanced them. And there were 2 particularly bad breakdowns, particularly good Sabre scoring chances where you could easily say if the puck went in, oh, he had no shot. Freddie did. And he stopped them. That's the gig. Although, admittedly, in this one, he went a little above and beyond. We didn't have any scoring until the second period, the Leafs on the power play. I thought this was really interesting. What do the Leafs always do on the power play? The little drop pass. Well, Sabres clear it, Nylander has to retrieve it, now the Leafs have the job of getting back into the zone. Nylander's barely moving here, and it seems to me like the Sabres are preparing for the drop pass without really realizing, hey, Matthews isn't behind him. A couple seconds later, by the time Matthews receives the pass with speed, he's got a pretty easy zone entry ahead of him. Matthews works it along the half boards, does a little stop up and turns, throws it into the slot where William Nylander is. He started moving. Nice little spin move, drives the net, backhand. Woo! Willie! William Nylander with his 11th of the season for the 1-0 lead. I have this jersey customized just for that goal. That, of course, gives William Nylander a very even 11 goals and 11 assists on the season. That's 22 points in 28 games. What does that mean? I'll tell you. 22 points in 28 games. He keeps climbing. That is now a 64-point pace. And don't look now, but with 11 goals in 28 games, William Nylander is now on a 32-goal pace. Hey, remember last year when he had 7? Nylander had 7 goals all year, by the way, a year that began in December. It's December 1st today, and Nylander's already got 11. Well, that's what happens when you don't miss over 2 months. But I tell you what, if that pace keeps going up, even if he just maintains it, 32 goals and 64 points for 6.9 mil, it's pretty good, guys. A few minutes later, Nick Petan sets up Kapanen. Amazing pass from Petan for a breakaway. Stopped by Hutton. Kapanen's good for like 1 breakaway a game. But the puck goes the other way. Jeff Skinner beats Tyson Barrie. Travis Dermott decides, forget the man, I'm gonna take the pass. Doesn't do a great job, and the pass gets through cleanly. Connor Sherry, dude from between the benches, granted, you can't see everything. Rob Ray in the way. I saw right between 2 Buffalo Sabres, and I saw this save at ice level. I went ballistic. I lost my mind. I couldn't believe it. Now, of course, we hear the horn of death, and they're gonna review it. I'm looking off Rob Ray's monitor like, no goal. Turn into the Sabres bench, informing them of the truth. The call on the ice is no goal. Now, from this angle that I got from a GIF on the Leafs All Day Twitter account, it doesn't look like it went in, obviously. But Sabres fans, everyone who watched it on MSG, you feel differently. Here's the angle. This from Marty Biron. It's hard to see the full puck in Anderson's glove, so I understand why this is not a goal. I'll tell you why I'm laughing in a second. The need for puck sensors to know if the puck fully crossed the line would be great for these kinds of situations. To which Jonas Enroth, hey, remember that guy? We have sensors in the pucks in the KHL. I didn't know that. It's good and bad. The worst part is that you're not allowed to keep the puck when you have a shutout, LOL. Okay, can we go back for a sec? Marty, I love you. Please tell me this was on the broadcast and not something that you made. What'd you make this on MS Paint? You make it in Instagram stories? What is this? Talk about moving the goalpost. That's not a goalpost, that's a wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man. So here, I'll use this. Does it look like the puck might be in? Yeah, it does. It looks like it might be in, for sure. But can you say conclusively 100% it's in? I know your answer. I know mine. I don't think so. This is close. This is razor thin, the margin here. I don't think you can call that a goal. I don't think you can overturn the call of no goal. And like, I don't know what the solution is, especially if there's a sensor. I assume the sensor's in the middle of the puck. Well, in this case, that's not going to help us, is it? Because the whole puck's got to cross the line, not just the middle of it. I don't know. Do you find a way to make gloves so that they don't have mesh? It's just clear plastic? And another strange little bit of nonsense. Let's say it was called a goal. The goal line goes to the ceiling. The puck can cross the line at any point. It can cross along the ice, way up in the air, in a glove that happened to go into the net. Offsides? Nope, you have to keep your feetsies on the ground. Really hope they make that rule change on the offside. It's dumb. It's dumb. We're wasting way too many times on reviews with grown men going, actually, his feetsies were up, no goal. Coach lecturing them on the bench like, you gotta watch your feetsies. Players all dejected like it was just one footsie. Anyway, completely unrelated. This one, I feel for Sabres fans. I get it. I don't think you can call that 100%. Steve, you're biased. I know. What, are you saying that to me or a mirror? Is your name Steve? The game continued. And before the end of the second, Anderson would be forced to make another ridiculous save against this line. Jeff Skinner, Anderson's got no stick, but he's got no quit. Hey, he had no chance on that one. Yeah, he did. It's the third period now, only a few minutes in the Sabres score. I think it was easy to look at this and think it was John Tavares' fault. I don't. Riley's gone and chased his guy. That guy's gone now, but everyone's got a dance partner. John Tavares comes back and he's doing the responsible thing. He's taking a guy in front and Cody Cece's there with a guy as well. Perfect! Ristolainen then beats Mikheyev cleanly, and Mikheyev's just not moving his feet. He's got no chance of catching him, and now Tavares is faced with, okay, do I abandon my guy and try to go for Ristolainen, but I'm leaving my guy open now, or what do I do? Tavares chose to stay with his guy, and he's got this giant defender coming in. He's not even on a good angle. That's probably a safe bet, except for, despite his defensive deficiencies, Rasmus Ristolainen's got hands, man, and he scores a backhander pretty similar to Willie's. It's a tie game 1-1. Mickey, no soup for you. People were pointing at Cody Ceci because he fell down in front of the net. He lost his little net front battle there. Even if he was standing, Ristolainen would have had a really good scoring chance. Final minute of the game, Austin Matthews and Jake Muzzin teamed up to be just a chaotic duo. Less than 30 seconds ago, Matthews takes a shot. It trickles through Carter Hutton's legs and is swept off of the goal line by Scandella. And I was bummed because that goal would have meant the Leafs won the game, but also overtime. Kasperi Kapanen with the puck. Wheeling. Is it just me, or has his puck control gotten better in recent weeks? Because that's been the problem this whole time. His feet are some of the fastest in the NHL. It's just his hands can't keep up with them. But he drops the puck off for the captain, John Tavares. JT Dot. That was a good one that I saw. Johnny Toronto. He whips it on net, and that's it? Hutton stopped over 40 shots in this one. He stole a point for the Sabres, and that's the one that went in? No. If you look at the slow motion angle of the replay, it definitely seems like that puck hit something. I couldn't tell what, though. I think Tavares would have been happy if it just hit Hutton so he could go off for a line change because he said he was tired. Do you think he'll settle for the 2 points in the standings in the overtime winner? I don't know. We have to ask him. And Keefe's Leafs get their first win on home ice. Hey, their first win on the second half of a back-to-back. Isn't that amazing? All it took was Freddie Anderson to start it and to play both games against the same team. And to lose the first one. Look! Shut up! And enjoy things. Now the Leafs have Sunday off, Monday off. They don't play again until Tuesday. Now here's the interesting thing. Tuesday, they have the Philadelphia Flyers on the road. Wednesday, they have the Colorado Avalanche. Mikko Rantanen's back in a big way at home. In terms of goalies, what do you do? Because I hated the mantra of, well, try to secure 2 points in the first game and then blah, blah, blah. Shut up. But I'm looking at this one and going, man, you could play Freddie against Colorado and still lose. So you could do Freddie against Philly and you got a decent shot at 2 points there, and then Hutch against Colorado, who I think may just win the cup. Have fun with that there, Sheldon. I don't know. Maybe it's better to start Hutch at home, and that way you have last change, and you get to cater the game to a suffocating defensive style. I think that's the best way to go with the Avs, man. They're sick. That's a tough one. That's a really tough one. Questions. How are you? Good, man. How are you? How happy are you to shave off that stash? Also, how much money did you raise for Movember? Allie, I am super excited that I got rid of my mustache, but no one is happier than my wife. You don't understand. Over the past month, like, she would begin a sentence talking to me, but she wouldn't be looking at me, and then she would look over. Yeah, so the other day, you know, I went out and bought an avocado. I'm just like, love you! And thanks to all of you, we raised over $1,000 for Movember. Love it, everybody. Thank you. I promise at some point I'll stop asking you for money. You know what? Let me take that opportunity. The Marner jar, link down below. The money goes to Sick Kids Hospital. If you wanna, link's there. Not gonna bug you. Take a break from hockey questions. What is your favorite potato-based dish? Is shepherd's pie cheating? We might as well start Frederik Andersen for the rest of the season, right? Nick, that would be irresponsible. Also, yes. This is the problem, right? Like we just talked about with the Philadelphia-Colorado thing. It really feels like you can't even put Hutch in unless it's a real softball. You know, a lot of people saying he should have started against Detroit. Honestly, maybe for every other Detroit game for the rest of the season. But like, they owed Freddie a shutout after the Arizona game. You know what? The Leafs got a couple days off. Sunday, Monday, who knows? Maybe they acquire someone. I don't know. Just remember, the salary cap situation is a mess. So many people, why not get this guy, this guy, this guy? I don't even pretend to understand how it works. I just know that they can't afford it. They tried to get Louis Domingue, for example. Can't afford it. CC's analytics are apparently good. I'd love to see that. But my eyes are seeing a different story. Which one should I trust? The numbers or the eye test? Both! That's what they're there for. Well, your eyes have always been there. The numbers have not. The numbers help your eyes. So if to your eyes you see a player that sucks and cannot get it done, but the numbers suggest different, it's maybe going, hey man, your eyes might be missing something. And otherwise you might see a player who's flashy and has some skill, but his analytics are terrible. Ristolainen, by the way. And CC is an ugly watch. Dude, he took a slap shot that hit the ref in the corner. He's a bit of an adventure to watch. Offensive zone, defensive zone. I've liked him more in the defensive zone since Keefe's come on board, even a little bit before that, but he's an adventure. And I think I'm going to end it there. What did you think of that game? Leave a comment down below. And that is it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all your friends. Sheldon Keefe. head coach of the Toronto Maple Leafs, winner of home games and back-to-backs.